As we end the week together, here's what's happening right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5.
Frontline firefighters get new rapid response tools. How state officials are boosting wildfire defense before fire season begins.
Also ahead, free training and no experience necessary. How the Tri-Cities can take you from the couch to the finish line.
And a critical shortage of safe spaces gets relief in Yakima County, the historic building transformation.
And from the Columbia Basin to the Kittitas Valley, a pretty quiet day. We're tracking some freezing fog overnight and more rain. Pineapple Express on the way. I'll tell you all about it. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Friday night, January the 9th. Good to see you. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. First at 5, the Department of Natural Resources is boosting wildfire readiness across Washington. And they're doing it by handing over equipment to the communities most at risk. This spring, the DNR will transfer 25 surplus wildland fire engines at no cost to local fire districts. That will help strengthen their early response when fires first spark. The engines are part of a long-running program designed to get resources directly into the hands of frontline firefighters. DNR leaders say quick initial attack can make the difference between a small fire and a major wildfire.
Wildfires are an all of Washington problem, and the role that local fire districts, fire commissions play is essential. As was noted, you're often the first on the scene.
The DNR says the program is especially critical as lawmakers debate wildfire funding, which was cut in half last session. Reductions could mean fewer firefighters, fewer prevention tools, and the loss of early detection systems across the state.
Okay, before we get to the rest of tonight's headlines, we always like to get a first check at weather.
And it is Friday, so why not hit the slopes, right?
Super important. Speaking of that, Stacy Lee, what do you have for us?
Well, I was taking a look. I was trying to see my husband. He went to White Pass, skipped work today, and with a day like this, the mountain was out. It was absolutely gorgeous. This is up at High Camp, about 6,500 feet. Looks like a few people took the day off and took advantage of the snow, and that's good because big changes are going to be coming. Now, it's chilly tonight. This is what it looks like in Ellensburg. I've been calling this the permafrost that's been sitting there at the rodeo grounds. The feels like temp 32 degrees, so it's going to be a chilly one tonight. A little bit cooler than we were last night. Now, we're still warm in the Columbia Basin in the 40s, but don't worry, those temperatures will be dropping. We're tracking patchy fog and freezing fog possible overnight and even on Sunday morning. Look for visibility reduced, especially in the Kittitas Valley and in the Yakima Valley between Sunnyside and Yakima. Temperatures tonight, again, 30s and 40s. We're going to drop into the 30s by 8 o'clock most of the region. So a pretty cool night ahead with temperatures dropping into the 20s and 30s. So a little chillier than last night. So a dry, quiet weekend through Saturday. Then mountain rain kicks in Sunday and Monday on top of that Pineapple Express. Rising river flows. Once again, we're going to be keeping our eyes on the Natchez and the Yakima rivers. Get ready for very warm next week. We're going to see spring-like conditions in the middle of winter. I'll tell you more coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Now to Your Voice, Your Vote. A Democrat running for Congress in Washington's 4th District is sharing his priorities with voters. John Dureski says his campaign is focused on bringing new leadership to Central Washington, highlighting his background in public service and his goals if elected to Congress. He faces tough competition with Yakima County Commissioner Amanda McKinney and Jared Sessler, who came in second to Dan Newhouse in the last election.
We believe that there is a coalition to be built here of people who see what is happening to our country and see the lawlessness and the breaking of the values that we all hold dear. And I think we can reach people of all political stripes.
During our interview, we also asked Dureski about the recent case in Minneapolis where a woman was shot and killed during an ICE operation, an incident now under national scrutiny. You'll hear his response to that coming up new at 6 tonight, right here on Apple Valley News Now.
Washington state lawmakers are gearing up to review hundreds of bills. The 2026 legislative session officially kicks off next week. Lawmakers are set to discuss everything from transportation to new taxes, including the best way to fix the state's $2.3 billion budget deficit. The legislature will also debate Governor Ferguson's proposed millionaire's tax. That's a 9.9% income tax he wants to impose on residents making more than $1 million a year.
I do think that where the people of the state are right now when it comes to our regressive tax system, I think they're ready for a change and ready to take steps that in the past maybe they did not.
The legislative session will start next Monday, as I mentioned, and runs for 60 days through March 12th.
All right, we're going to move to Kennewick now, where a local ICE protest is planned for this weekend. It's tomorrow. Organizers with Indivisible Tri-Cities say the demonstration will run from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. along Columbia Center Boulevard as part of a national ICE Out for Good weekend of action. The group says the protest is in response to the recent deadly encounter involving Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Minneapolis and is meant to call for accountability. Organizers stress the event will be lawful and nonviolent and say the group's founder will be available for interviews during the protests. We'll keep you updated on that. In the meantime, hundreds of people are expected in downtown Yakima at 7:15 tomorrow night for a candlelight vigil to honor the woman killed by ICE in Minnesota. Organizers from Yakima Indivisible, Between the Ridges, and the Yakima Immigrant Response Network are all coming together to host that vigil.
Minnesota investigators want the public to turn over any evidence they might have in connection with that deadly ICE-involved shooting.
Attorneys saying they have been shut out of the FBI's investigation. This as the wife of the woman killed says she was made of sunshine. Here's more.
ABC News obtaining video today showing the moments leading up to and during the deadly shooting in Minneapolis involving federal agents. Behind the driver's seat of the maroon SUV, you see Renee Good. The video is believed to be taken by the ICE agent who fired the shots. Officers telling Good to get out of the car. She backs up, then forward, and shots are fired. The Department of Homeland Security says the ICE agent who fired the shots was hit by the car. Good was killed. In a statement to NPR News, her wife Becca Good saying, "On Wednesday, January 7th, we stopped to support our neighbors. We had whistles, they had guns." The mayor today responding to those who say his city is dangerous.
We've only had 2 shootings. One of them has been ICE. We are a safe city. ICE is making it less so.
Minnesota's Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says it has been cut off from the investigation into the shooting, leaving the FBI solely in charge of the case.
Our goal must be to ensure that a thorough investigation is completed at the local level so that our community can have transparency.
Law enforcement officials tell ABC News the agent involved is Jonathan Ross, a 10-year veteran of ICE's Special Response Team. Vice President J.D. Vance saying on Thursday that the agent has absolute immunity.
I can say that the ICE officer does not have complete immunity here.
The governor of Minnesota called for a day of calm and unity.
And Renee Good's wife said she is pure love, pure joy, and pure sunshine. Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on coverage of American cities on edge following another shooting involving federal authorities, plus the trial of Luigi Mangione as his lawyers fight to block the death penalty.
Back here at home, the Franklin County Auditor's Office is looking for local voices to help explain a Pasco ballot measure ahead of next month's special election.
Yeah, the Auditor's Office is seeking Franklin County voters who live in Pasco to serve on committees, writing statements for and against Proposition 1, which will appear in the February 10th special election.
Proposition 1 asks voters whether to replace an expiring educational programs and operations levy for the Pasco School District, making the local voters pamphlet an important resource for explaining how the measure could impact the community.
They will rely on the voters pamphlet that that's provided to explain both sides of the issue, and then they'll vote. And we're just glad when running the election that there is two sides presented.
Washington state law allows the auditor to appoint committee members if volunteers don't step forward. The deadline to apply and submit statements is January 2nd.
Our news at 5 is just getting started. Coming up next, no triathlon experience? No problem. The Tri-Cities program transforming residents into Ironman competitors.
I love it. No problem, right? All right. Well, Stacy's coming back, no problem, with a look at your forecast to find out what she has to say about rain and snow as we head into the weekend. Keep it here.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans start at $20 a month.
Are you suffering with constant agonizing knee pain? Have you been told that you have arthritis or are bone on bone? Is knee pain making simple activities like walking stairs or kneeling impossible? If this sounds familiar, the next 60 seconds could change your life. Do not let knee pain control your life any longer. Our powerful program addresses the underlying causes of knee pain without masking symptoms. There is no use of drugs, injections, or surgery. Do not miss this opportunity. Call now to see if we can help. If you qualify for care, day one we will perform a trial treatment. Please listen carefully. You will know by the end of the first visit whether or not we can help you. Do not hesitate. Call now. You don't need to suffer any longer. Call right now to see if you qualify for our program that has transformed thousands of lives. Call before it's too late and take the first step towards the knee pain relief you deserve.
Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everybody. In Local Living tonight, a Tri-Cities program gives residents the chance to train for one of the world's toughest endurance races. Visit Tri-Cities is accepting applications for its I'm Tri program through February 13th.
The community initiative provides nearly $10,000 in coaching, wellness services, equipment, and race entry for the Ironman 70.3 Washington Tri-Cities. No prior triathlon experience is required.
So it's just a way to create more depth and more meaning in the Ironman event and filter that really into the heart of our community.
Very cool. The 2-year-old program selects 2 participants each year who balance full-time jobs and family responsibilities as well. Applicants cannot have competed in an Ironman event before, and they are announced in early March with training beginning this spring ahead of the September 2026 race. Visit Tri-Cities has received 6 applications so far. Have you gotten yours in, Austin?
Not yet. Not yet. There's still time.
Get it in.
All right, other local news tonight, and the city of Yakima is witnessing a fresh start this year as the YWCA is expanding its mission to provide safety for survivors of domestic violence. A historic building, the St. Elizabeth Nursing School, is being renovated into a new shelter offering 42 rooms and 112 beds. This expansion addresses a critical shortage of safe spaces in Yakima County. Once open, the shelter will operate around the clock with advocates ready to assist those in need.
Women and children. And new to our program is we're also going to have a small space for men and their children that are also fleeing domestic violence. We continue to receive more and more calls from men in those situations, so we'll be able to try to provide some emergency shelter for them because there's really nowhere else for safe shelter for men in the community.
The project is on track to open by September, thanks to community support and government support, raising $17 million for the renovation.
In health news tonight, Health and Human Services is unveiling a new food pyramid, and it's inverted. The widest part on top lists fruits and vegetables along with protein, dairy, and healthy fats. Some experts argue people should eat less red meat and dairy than the new pyramid implies, but others praise the guide. At the bottom of the pyramid, as you can see, are whole grains. HHS suggests consuming less alcohol, sugar, and ultra-processed foods.
People who stop taking popular weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy could put on the pounds right back. A new University of Oxford review of research says many patients will return to their starting weight within 2 years of ending the treatment. The data shows this weight regain happens even faster than it does for people who lose weight through diet and exercise alone.
After weeks of heavy rain and flooding concerns, officials with the Kennewick Irrigation District say water storage in the Yakima Basin is improving, but drought risks aren't over yet. It's January, the heart of water season. Recent atmospheric river storms have helped refill reservoirs across the region to levels not seen in years. While that is good news for water supply, officials say snowpack, which provides more than half of the Yakima Basin's annual water, is still running well below normal, leaving long-term conditions uncertain. Crews were able to capture runoff from recent storms, but much of the early mountain snow melted off, forcing the basin to rebuild snowpack as winter continues.
Some of the snow we had in the mountains melted off. And so we were able to capture as much of that as was above the reservoirs, and we're able to capture that in the reservoir. But much of that snowpack we'd had was now gone. And so we've been now having to rebuild and reaccumulate snow.
District leaders say new storage projects and continued snowfall will be critical in building drought resilience as the region heads towards spring and summer demand.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll take a live look outside. Nice and quiet as the sun has just set in Pasco. Dust Devil Sky Cam tonight looking good out there. Warmish in the Tri-Cities for this time. It's much cooler as we get into the valley. 46 degrees. Your feels like temp 44. But don't worry, it's going to get chilly tonight. We'll see temps dropping down. Now, I'm not going to use the AR word. I'm going to use Pineapple Express. So over the weekend, the first part of it, we'll just see some clouds and some fog and possible freezing fog in those late night, early morning hours. But as we get into Sunday, we've got another system moving into the area. Rain showers on the west side. We're going to see rain falling in the mountains as this is warmer air coming in with the Pineapple Express. So there we go. We're going to melt some of that snow that we acquired over the week. So get ready for that. We're going to be keeping an eye on our rivers, creeks, and streams, especially the Neches River. Once again, look at some of these water totals. Pretty impressive if we do pick up 2 inches of rain. That will melt off some of that snow that we just got over the last few days. If you're hitting the road, take your rain gear to Seattle. It's going to be wet over there. Saturday, 30% chance of rain. Sunday and Monday, very, very wet. Portland also going to be seeing rain showers developing. Not quite as intense as Seattle, but look for rain there on Monday. And if you're heading up towards the Spokane area, be aware of the fog and freezing fog. Visibility could be low if you head up that direction. let's talk temperatures. Warm. This forecast to me is feeling more like an early spring forecast rather than middle of winter. Look at our highs for Ellensburg. We're going to be up in the 50s for the first part of next week and then dropping down into the 40s. Average temp in Yakima this time of year, 38 degrees, well above that for the next 7 days. For Tri-Cities and Hermiston, our average is 40 degrees and about 13 degrees above that on Monday. So yes, very, very warm, feeling more springy than wintry, but tonight will be chilly. So get ready for cold temperatures from Pendleton all the way up into the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Ellensburg 27, 30 in Yakima, 29 Tri-Cities, 32 for Pendleton, 30 in Hermiston. 7-day planning forecast, a little overcast. Look for the morning, early morning fog or freezing fog. That's possible, but we could see a few sun breaks here and there if some of that fog will lift out of the area. Look at those overnight lows. We're down in the 20s and 30s, and then we see a big bump up into the 50s. Again, that's because of the Pineapple Express moving across the area, subtropical air. Here's Yakima. A little overcast on Saturday, slight chance of rain Sunday, better chance of seeing a few sprinkles on Monday. Temperatures gradually cooling down to the mid-40s by Friday. For Ellensburg, we see those cloudy skies. Better chance of seeing rain there as Ellensburg a bit closer to the Cascade Mountains. Look for those overnight lows. Again, chilly, but for this time of year, not so chilly to me. Extended forecast for Walla Walla looking at 40s. Look at Monday, 55, those breezy winds. Some parts of central Oregon will be flirting with 60 degrees in the middle of winter. Whoa. So once again, guys, this looks more like an early spring forecast rather than, I mean, we really just kicked off astrological winter December 21st. So we're technically in the heart of winter and we're seeing those kind of temperatures. So once again, that's due to that Pineapple Express moving into the area. So there we go.
That's so funny. I just keep thinking about those people that are going to be experiencing near 60 degrees.
Right.
Am I the only weird one? I don't really like this.
You want the
I
cold?
Want winter, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, keep doing your snow dance, I guess.
It ain't working yet, but I'll keep trying. All right, thank you, Stacy.
Coming up, colleagues call him the definition of kindness. A Prosser officer's unwavering spirit shines through a devastating diagnosis. Stay with us.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
I think this is my favorite. Hun, what do you think of this?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. Avoid rising interest rates by changing your bathroom, not your home. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
SDCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, click on Volunteers Count under the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms, but just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
It's like mountain biking, but in snow. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Hey, let's do the spotlight at 5. The Prosser Police Department says their brother, Community Corrections Officer Ross Esparza, was suddenly diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Well, he was transported via life flight to receive treatment at Virginia Mason Medical Center up in Seattle. Colleagues say Ross is in high spirits, and we are all wishing him the best, right? If you have an idea for the spotlight, you can send it to us through any of our social media platforms.
All right, warm weekend forecast and your reason to smile when we come right back.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola. Dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park, where it's always 84 degrees. Ride North America's longest gondola to epic snow tubing and endless skiing and boarding. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain Resort. Book today at silvermt.com.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone, I found hope.
With Abeda Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process,
getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abeda Nelson took care of everything,
so I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abeda Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen. Compensation should too.
Abeda Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Car insurance for seniors can be very expensive.
But don't assume that just because you're over 65 that you've got to pay outrageously high rates.
Are you paying too much for your auto insurance? If so, you're just throwing your money away.
Well, now is the time to check on your auto insurance rates.
You may be able to save a lot of money.
So call the number on your screen right now and find out how much you can save.
1-800-825-0861.
It is a wild card playoff game.
Texans, Steelers, NFL Wild Card Weekend. Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Next, E.T.
I'm Beverly D'Angelo.
You're doing 80 miles an hour.
Doesn't seem like it, does it?
Slow down!
And this is my E.T. then and now.
Plus, counting down to the Golden Globe, next E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And welcome back. We always end on a high note. Our good friend Dee sent this in. This is a photo of Depot Bay, Oregon.
I love
the coast. You know what? A lot of people go to the coast in the summer, but the winter is fabulous as well. I enjoy the Oregon coast in the winter. Thank you, Dee, for sharing that. QR code right on top of your screen. Please submit those weather photos. We love to see them. Thanks to our friends at Apple Valley or Lifetime Dental Care, excuse me. All right, big weather stories. We've got that fog or freezing fog possible late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Same thing on Sunday. Pretty dry in our lower elevations. The mountains, however, getting another round of rain up to 2 inches, and we're keeping an eye once again on rivers, creeks, and streams for rapid rises on those. No flood threats at this point. Chilly temps in the morning, 40s, and over the weekend, some folks flirting, or early next week flirting with 60 degrees. Weird in January, but hey, I'm going to enjoy the weekend. How about you?
Absolutely. Let's take advantage because winter may still show up yet.
Yes.
That'll do it for us.
Hoping your news is good news.
Have a good night.